Hey everyone, this is Suicune, and today we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to be doing a Chef RPG advanced tips. I see some videos on first few hours of the game or beginner tips, which is fine, but when you're 50 hours into the game, then what? So I'm going to go over some stuff that I've had to learn the last few days as I've been playing the game. So if I get behind on my SWTOR content, you know what I've been doing. So one of these first things I'm going to get into, which is probably not an advanced tip, is treasure hunting. Because you get a skill that talks about treasure hunting, but you never actually see how to do it. So it's these little sparkles in the sand here, and you put your shovel over it, and you dig it up. Very hard for me to see. It took me a while for me to even know that's how it worked. So just be aware of that. That's how it is. I couldn't see it. It took me forever. So there you go. Next one is when you unlock a research station. So it's to the left of your house. And so I got the vegetarian one because I'm running a vegan restaurant. And you're supposed to put vegetables in the little fridge there. I'll show that off in a little bit. But you put vegetables in there, and you can put any vegetables you want. You don't have to mix and match or anything. And since you can get a bajillion watercress, I just spam watercress. And you can either have it tell you to cook at the stove or at the little cutting board there. And so it told me to go to the stove. That's what I'm doing. It's a little stove mini game. If you played the game, you can already probably tell that it's a lot faster than it normally is. And it gets even faster than this. So you can put in anything you want. Like I said, it doesn't have to be anything special. Just put in watercress for you're doing the vegetable one, and you can do it just fine. As long as you get, I think, above 70, then you basically pass. So I just did that. So you cook it, go back to the research station, go put in some more watercress, go do another mini game, and hopefully don't fail because I failed this one a few times. And then after you complete these mini games, you get experience. And it took me about 2 in-game days, I think, to completely fill out this research. So it does not take very long at all. It's very fast. I thought it was going to take forever, but it, like I said, took 2 in-game dedicated days of just grinding this out. It really didn't take very long. And the rewards are well worth it, especially. That I'll show you off in a second. Okay, so when you do these, you get experience and it fills up this progress bar here. And so you get various recipes and various perks, stuff like that. I would say that red one at the very end there was not worth it. That's for me personally. So I'm showing off the recipe enhancement. And so the recipe enhancement is, I already tried on the mushroom appetizer over there, and I was like, alright, let's try it with the most expensive dish I have on my menu, because I thought it was going to be like a fail. I thought you had to put maybe a specific ingredient there, but nope, you can put whatever you want. So my most expensive dish is about 500 gold, and I was like, you know what, just put some chili on it. You know, that's how you make any recipe better, just put chili on it. And with the mushroom appetizer, it worked. And so I was like, alright, well, since it's the most expensive dish and there's chili everywhere, just throw some chili on it. Sounds good. So, and I got it to pass. So now I've improved my dish. So it went from 500, and now it's going to show 614. I was like, ooh, that's even better. So yeah, this is how you enhance your dishes and make more money. Of course, requires more ingredients now, but I mean, just use all the basic stuff. Oh, so here I was showing off how you make flour. Because you get the little flour thing, but I was like, but I need wheat with so many of my recipes. Like, I can't just use wheat on, making flour. But what I learned is you can use the sorghum. And so I had forgotten my sorghum in my bin. But so I went and got my sorghum, and you just dump a whole bunch of it in there. And then after about a day or so, you'll have a bag of flour, and it gives you 50 flour each, because you're putting in 50 sorghum in there. So if you need flour, you can find sorghum you can have plain. So here is the farm. And I'm kind of just showing off the farm a little bit. I have my own gripes with the farm. Is if you're, depending on what kind of restaurant you want, it's, in my personal opinion and experience, it's only good for things like trees and stuff that's reharvestable, like grapes. Because with like wheat and stuff, you get so few seeds each day in the shops, it's really not worth it. It's more supplemental than anything. But yeah, unless you're doing trees or grapes or something that you just kind of reharvest, I personally don't think it's worth it. Okay, so I'm also showing the brewing and how to do the brewing. So I just got 20 sake. And so the way brewing works is you put rice in the first stage, which I forgot my rice in the refrigerator, of course. So there's like 3 stages, and you have to put rice in the first stage, and you have to steam it. Because whether you steam it or boil it matters, so you have to steam it. And just make sure you don't get the one that's for like to making wine and cider. This is the one that makes alcohol. So you steam the rice, so you put it in there, and then you gotta push the button. And you have to watch the animation. It has to cut out on its own, because if you hit escape or anything like that, it cancels the animation. So you have to do that. Then you get the byproduct, which you then put in the middle stage, which I believe is the same for all of them. And then once that's done, then you get this final stage, which you just throw in phase 3. And then when that's done, then you get sake. So that's how you get sake. You can make whiskey and rum and other things. You can make wine and cider. But for me, I only really need sake. And I would kind of recommend getting 2 of the phase 2 and phase 3 because they take longer than phase 1. So my only tip for this is just save before you do it for the first time, because if or when you fail this, you're not going to get a second shot. And then you have to get 5 sulfur all over again. So just make sure you save before you do this minigame. I am not a fan of this minigame, and I'm not good at this minigame. I'm absolutely terrible with this minigame. So it's too many things going in different directions. I keep forgetting that we're trying to get it at the very bottom there first. So yeah, that was throwing me way off. I'm not a fan of that minigame. I don't really understand it. I just don't like it. Because I kept trying to do it like whenever the middle stuff would go in, and it'd be like, nope. But yeah, I finally got one to go. Woohoo! It's 5%. But yeah, just save before you do that. I have not beaten that complete thing yet, but yeah, that's how you do it. Alright, so sake. This is a great way to get money early on. Like, it takes some initial investment. This person that sells alcohol after 5 p.m. we usually have like 20 or 30 bottles of sake every day. So just go ahead and buy it, and you'll see why in a second. Okay, so I'm showing how to put spinach in the little refrigerator there in the research center. Go to the menu enhancement. And so I'm enhancing my little mushroom appetizer a second time, because I just figured out that you could do it a second time. So I'm like, alright, well, let's add some spinach. And because I failed that first one, I had to do it again. Because that pan just went way too fast. So I had to do this DDR game. No, I'm much, much better at the DDR game. And it's also just way more lenient than the frying pan. You can screw up a couple times on this, and you'll still get 100%. So if you miss a couple, you'll still be alright. Whereas the frying pan, you're basically effed. So I got 100% on that. The percentage doesn't really matter as long as you pass. It's pass or fail. So now, what used to be 150 something as my mushroom thing is now going to be more expensive. So as long as I put chili and spinach with it, which again is going to be mandatory each time, you can't just not have it. But spinach is, again, is easy. And so I'm showing off my little 2-dish menu. So now I've got mushrooms, the little mushroom appetizer, and then my mushroom main course, which is like 700 something, like 708 or whatever. So that netted me 60,000 in one day. Yep. I sold a whole bunch of that and got 60,000 in one day. So I was like, oh, I found the money hack of the game. And they're vegan dishes, so there you go. So now it makes me wonder what happens if I were to put sake on the mushrooms instead of chili like I did. I wonder if that would jump up the price. That I had to test with, but I can't enhance that one anymore. I've already maxed that out. So yeah, those are just kind of my little tips and more advanced tips on how to like brew alcohol and how to enhance recipes and use the research facility and stuff like that. That took me a while to figure out. Overall, I'm enjoying the game. I really wanted to stick with it because I wanted to make a vegan restaurant, which you don't really get to do in any other game. So I'm liking it. I kind of made my restaurant over, kind of related to like Rainforest Cafe look in the background there. But yeah, I'm liking it. Hope you like it too. Talk to you later. Bye.